You have that right here. He's kind of heavy. All right. You all right, Mr. Goodwood?
All right. How's everybody doing?
You all right?
I'm doing.
Let me take this hat off for you.
Oh, okay. Woo-wee. Everybody feeling all right?
Everybody's all right, Mr. Goodwood. Everybody's all right.
I gotta say something though.
You gotta say something.
I gotta say something real quick.
Who you want to say something to?
G.K. Wilson. Walter. Is G.K. here? Where's G.K. at? G.K., I gotta tell you something. I'm the new fire chief. You've been relieved of your duties.
Come on, Mr. Goodwood. Don't start that now.
I'm just telling her now. G.K., how many calls did you go out on? G.K., you can hear me, right? You don't want to answer? G.K., I said, G.K., can you hear me? Oh, okay.
I don't think you want to answer, Mr. Goodwood, because you just took his job.
That's all right. He can still get a job. He can be the assistant to Mr. Goodwood.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want to talk about G.K. though.
You want to talk about him? You just took his job.
Well, he's a good guy. He always disrespect. He always comes correct. But he never picks up the check.
All right. Come on, Mr. Goodwood. Come on now.
You know what? I got to tell y'all something. I'm glad to be here. But I almost didn't make it today.
What happened?
Say what?
I said, what happened?
I had a bad cough.
You had a bad cough.
That's what I said.
And what happened?
I went to the doctor.
And what happened?
The doctor gave me something.
What did he give you?
He gave me a laxative.
He gave you a laxative for a bad cough?
Uh-huh.
I ain't never heard of that. Did it work?
Huh?
I said, did it work?
Yeah, I'm afraid to cough.
Come on, Mr. Goodwood.
You know that I done seen a lot of things, kid, a lot of things going on in the news.
A lot of things going on in the news. What, you want to share that with everybody?
I sure do. I don't know if y'all saw in the news that they had this music teacher.
Music teacher, what happened?
You know, she was having sexual intercourse with some of her students.
Ooh, I remember that. That was down in Maryland. I remember that. And they turned her in.
You know who turned her in?
Who turned her in?
All the kids that didn't get none. There was something else in the news.
What else happened in the news? You watch the news a lot.
I'm 102 years old. That's all I do is watch the news.
What happened in the news?
They had somebody who worked for the fire department.
What happened?
They was driving an antique truck.
And what happened?
They backed into the trophy cabinet.
Uh-oh. You mean somebody who worked for the fire department?
That's what I said. They said that the sun was shining west, and the sun was in their eyes, and they couldn't see nothing, so they backed into the trophy case.
Now, who would do something like that? Who would do something crazy like that?
I don't know. Anybody here named Teddy? Teddy, I saw that on the news. Is that true?
Hell no.
Now, Teddy, I just now heard that you just got awarded for 55 years. Are you still driving?
That's old as I am.
Teddy, you still got your driver's license?
Mr. Goodwood, why are you asking about it? Do you drive?
I don't, Teddy, I'm with you. I don't drive anymore. At least I shouldn't drive like you shouldn't drive.
What are you talking about, Mr. Goodwood? When the last time you drove?
Huh?
I said, when's the last time you drove a car?
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, Teddy. I don't drive anymore. Last time I drove a car,
what happened?
I had a fall on the floor.
You had a fall on the floor?
That's right. Tell you another little secret, Teddy.
What's that?
I had a fifth under the seat, too. I ain't lying. Yeah, did everybody eat already?
Mr. Goodwood, everybody done ate already, and You know, after this, they're going to get on the dance floor and do a little dancing.
Everybody ate already?
Everybody ate already.
I didn't get nothing to eat.
Well, we're going to feed you when we get home. Say what? I said, when we get out of here, we're going to get us something to eat. Is that all right? Now I'm hungry now. I want to eat. Everybody else ate. I want to eat something too. What we going to eat? I'll tell you what. On the way home, I'll get you something. What you going to get? How about if I stop at McDonald's? Say what? I said, how about if I stop at McDonald's? What you going to get? I don't know, whatever you want. You know what, Teddy? Why you messing with Teddy? Every time I go there, Teddy, I get the same thing. What's that? Diarrhea. Come on, Mr. Goodwood. Come on, Mr. Goodwood. You 102 years old. 102. Now, why don't you share with everybody your secret to longevity? Say what? I said, share with them your secret to longevity. What you mean? Tell them what you eat. What? Tell them what you eat. Oh, okay. You ready, Teddy? Leave Teddy alone. I eat a lot of bran and a lot of fiber. At 102 years old, you eat a lot of bran and a lot of fiber. That's what I said. So what does that mean? That means I'm regular. We don't need to know that. Every morning at 5 o'clock, wham! I'm going number 2. We don't need to know that. Every morning at 5 o'clock, wham! I'm going number 2. Well, that's good. No, it ain't. Why not? I don't wake up till 9. Somebody got to clean that up. I see we got some dignitaries sitting here. Oh yeah, you noticed that, huh, Mr. Goodwood? Yeah, I remember last time you had a little something in Dover. Uh-oh, you remember somebody? I sure do. Senator Wilson. Uh-oh. You remember Senator Wilson? I sure do. Why you remember? He owed me $10. I sat right next to him. I need my money, Senator. Come on now. Yeah, Mr. Goodwood, you gonna get your money. Ooh-wee. He thought I forgot. Guess he thought that Alzheimer's was kicking in. Ooh, I'm looking around. Who else you see? Harvey Kent. Where's Harvey at? Right there. You remember Harvey? Yeah. You know he retired. Can you know that? That's what I heard. You know what he want to do now? Y'all know what Harvey want to do now? He retiring, but they said he want to be a farmer. Is that true, Harvey? You want to be a farmer? So you just can't get enough of shooting at holes, huh? Now you want to water them plants or something, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ooh-wee. How about Roland? Is Roland here?
Hell yeah.
What did you say, Roland?
Hell yeah.
He said, hell yeah. Now, Roland, didn't you just retire?
Yeah.
And what do you do now?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ooh-wee. I guess he told me. I guess he did, Mr. Goodwood. Ooh, now Andy. Why are you messing with Andy? I gotta say, Andy, is your mother here?
Sure.
Well, where's she at?
Over yonder.
What's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah. How you doing, honey?
All right, how are you?
Now, one thing I know about Andy,
What's that?
he get drunk every night.
That's bad.
And he call you at 3 o'clock in the morning, don't he, honey?
Yes, he does.
Well, you know what? Tonight, honey, you got a break.
Yeah.
It's daylight saving time. Now he's going to call you at 4. You get extra hours sleep, honey. Come on, man.
Thanks.
Ooh, it's all right, honey. It's all right. What are you looking for, Mr. Goodwood? I'm just looking around. Now, Mr. Goodwood, there's a love letter here. I want you to read. Oh, I see it right here. Hold on. It says, hold on. Let me get my eyes together. It says, Dear John. Dear John. That's what it says. You lied to me. You cheated on me. But I still love you. Signed, John Latimer. John, he did all that to you?
Yeah.
And you still love him?
Oh yeah.
John, I think you've been drinking. Woo-wee.
That's supposed to mean Jay. No, it ain't either.
Is that right? Now, I done seen something else in the news. Y'all probably heard about this.
What happened, Mr. Goodwood?
Down there in Milford.
In Milford.
Y'all, you laughing over there. You heard about this?
Who are you talking about, Mr. Goodwood?
Rick, deputy. Is Rick here? Now, Rick, I saw this on the news. Tell me the truth now. I think they was lying on the news.
What happened on the news, Mr. Goodwood?
They said that Rick was in there fighting fires, doing his job, doing his thing. Somebody said that's a lie.
And what happened?
While he was in the fire, they said that electrical cord came down and burnt the crap out of him. They said on the news that you can recognize him anywhere he goes because he's the one with the red A-hole. It's still on fire.
You didn't hear that on the news.
That's what I heard. Rick, is that true? But I tell you what, can I tell you what?
What's that?
Things have changed.
You said things have changed.
That's what I said.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, just things have changed.
Things have changed. What do you mean?
I'm just saying, Ken, you know, years ago.
What happened years ago?
That, we had all kind of, people look at you and call you all kind of different names.
Okay, now what are you saying?
I'm just saying things have changed.
What do you mean?
Years ago you was called a Negro. Now your official term is African American.
African American, and that's true.
You see, if y'all see an Indian out here.
Okay, well, what do you mean?
If you see an Indian, don't call him Tonto or nothing like that.
What do you call an Indian?
You call him a Native American.
A Native American, that's right. Okay, that sounds about right.
And y'all looking at me right now? Don't y'all call me a dummy.
Why, you have an official term?
I sure do.
What's your official term?
I'm a wooden American. But I just want to thank everybody for coming out here, having a good time, because I see things have changed now. I was here a couple of years ago.
And what happened?
I think, Ken, you was the only one here.
Well,
but I'm just saying things have changed.
You had to say that.
I'm just saying, I'm looking around now. I want some firemen in my neighborhood too. I ain't lying. That case get hot. Ooh, I see, Derek?
Why you call him?
I'm just saying. I'm looking around the room. It's all right. I felt safe over there.
All right.
I see Greg. Greg Ford. Hey, Greg. He left already? Ain't that something? Then I'm looking at my friend back there.
Who's that?
Cooter. Cooter, what you sitting way back there for?
So he can run.
Cooter, you okay?
Now, Mr. Goodwood, leave Cooter alone. Cooter's our friend.
Say what?
I said me and Cooter are Facebook friends.
Is that right? Me and Cooter are Facebook friends too.
Is that right?
I didn't know you was Facebook friends with him.
No, we all Facebook friends.
You know when I was talking to Cooter the other day?
You was talking to Cooter.
That's right. And he told me a joke.
Cooter told you a joke.
That's what I said.
You gonna say it in here?
Well, I think so.
Wait a minute, is it all right?
This is an adult crowd, right?
What joke did Cooter tell you?
You know what he said?
What did he say?
He said, hey, Mr. Goodwood.
Come on. Now, what did he say?
He said, what did three ladies say to themselves?
Come on, get it together. Come on now. Get it together. What did Cooter ask you?
He said, what did,
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to clean this up now because he told me this joke. I'm trying to clean it up.
What did he just tell me what he said?
He said, what did the two sagging breasts say to the other?
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. He said, what did the two sagging breasts say to each other?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. What did they say?
They said if we don't get some support, People gonna think we nuts. Is that what Cooter said? That's what he said. But I tell you, things have changed though, Ken. Things have changed. What do you mean? Last week I went to go see a friend of mine. Where at? In the nursing home. Friend of yours in the nursing home? That's what I said. And what happened? When it was time to go, what happened? I was looking at him, and what happened? The nurse came in there and said, it's time for y'all to leave. And what happened? So she walked in there and she gave him some warm milk. Some warm milk, okay. And what else? Huh? I said, what else she gave him? She gave him a Viagra. Wait a minute. She gave him some warm milk. That's what I said. And she gave him a Viagra. That's what I said. Why was that? Well, what was the warm milk for? That's so he go to sleep. And what was the Viagra for? That's so he wouldn't roll out the bed. Come on now. Don't start that. Don't start that. I gotta tell you something, Ken. What's that? I'm 102 years old. I know that already. I gotta use the bathroom. What? I said I gotta use the bathroom. You gotta use the bathroom. That's what I said. Well, Mr. Goodwood, now we've been sitting out there for 45 minutes. Why didn't you get up and use the bathroom? I mean, while we was waiting to go on here. That's okay. What do you mean? I'm done. Mr. Goodwood, you didn't pee on yourself, did you? That depends, you know what I mean? all right, Mr. Goodwood. You know, what month is this? What month is this? Is March. Oh, so February is gone. February is gone. Why, you want February to be back here? Well, you know what February is. Well, I know February is Valentine's month. Valentine's month. Woo-wee. You knew that, Ken? I knew that. Did you know that, Teddy? You know that he knew that February was Valentine's month. Why you saying that? You know, because I got in a little trouble on February last year. You mean you just got in trouble? I sure did. What happened? I met this young lady. You met a young lady? How young was she? 80 years old. Okay, and what happened? I met her in December, and what happened? And you know what? Come Valentine's Day, she told me she wanted me to get her something. So you just met her in December. That's what I said. And come February, she wanted a Valentine's gift. That's it. What she want, huh? I said, what does she want? She looked at me, and what she said? She said, Mr. Goodwood, honey, I want you to give me something that goes from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Wait a minute, so you just met her? And she asked for you to get her something that went from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. That's what she said. Did you get her something? I sure did. What'd you get her, huh? I said, what'd you get her? I got her a scale. I don't think that's what she wanted, man. That ain't what she wanted. Come on now. Do you ever say anything nice to her? Say what? I said, do you ever say anything nice to her? I said something nice to her last night. Oh, okay. Well, why don't you share with us what you said to her that was nice? I walked in the room, okay, and she was laying there, and what'd you say? I said, honey, what'd you say? I said, honey, your teeth remind me of the stars. Okay, that's nice. You said her teeth remind you of the stars. Why'd you say that? Because they come out at night. Come on now, Mr. Goodwood. Come on now. But you know what, Ken? She tried to surprise me on Valentine's Day. She tried to surprise you. What happened? I went up there, she called me up, and what happened? I ran to the house. You ran to the house. That's what I said. And what happened? I tried to get in the door, and what happened? The door was locked. The door was locked, so what happened? I rang the bell. You rang the bell. And what happened? She came to the door. Oh, yeah, okay, and what happened? When she came to the door, she was standing in her birthday suit. You said she was standing in her birthday suit. I ain't lying. I said she was standing in her birthday suit. Ooh, okay. And you said she's 80 years old. 80 years old. Okay, what happened? Well, then add something to the story. What, she had on more than her birthday suit? Now, she was standing there and she had saran wrap wrapped all around her. Oh, okay. So she came to the door and she had saran wrap wrapped all around her and she was in her birthday suit. So, Mr. Goodwood, when she opened the door, and you looked at her, what's the first thing that came to your mind when you saw her standing there? I said, what's the first thing that came to your mind when you looked at her? I said, damn, leftovers. Now, Lisa and Gary, y'all doing all right? Yeah. Honey, I'm glad you got that award, honey. I saw you got all teared up, honey. I saw that was real nice. You know, I know Lisa, she liked to travel.
You know she liked to travel. How you know that?
Because I heard her talking.
Oh, okay, you like to travel, huh? I said, do you like to travel?
I travel a little bit, but things don't go right.
Things don't go right when you travel.
That's what I said.
What do you mean?
I said, what do you mean? I'm going to tell you something, Lisa.
What's that?
I went on vacation.
Where'd you go?
I went to the Canary Islands.
You went to the Canary Islands.
That's what I said.
And what's wrong with that?
I went to the Canary Islands. I didn't see no canaries.
Okay.
Then I went to the Virgin Islands.
And what happened?
I didn't see no canaries.
Okay, come on.
But I tell you, what month is this?
Mr. Goodwood, this is March.
I'm glad it's not June.
June. Why?
Because you know what June is, fellas?
What is June?
June is Men's Health Awareness Month.
June is Men's Health Awareness Month.
That's what I said.
So what does that mean?
Men go to the doctor.
You telling all the men in here to go to the doctor?
That's what I said. You know why?
Why is that?
Because the women outlived the men. So we got to go to the doctor. And you know what? Mother Nature is not kind to men after you turn 50 years old. You know that.
Well, yeah. What are you talking about?
By the time you turn 50 years old, you are not sleeping through the night.
Right. You got to get up at least once to use the bathroom.
And by the time you turn 60, you getting up 2 times.
Okay. When you're 50, you got to get up once. By the time you turn 60, you got to get up twice. What happened when you turn 70?
Say what?
I said, what happened when you turn 70?
You say, the hell with it. I'll clean it in the morning. I ain't lying. You all right, Ken?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
You need a laxative? No.
Now, Mr. Goodwood, now you talking about dating. Now, you never told anybody whether or not, you never talked about your wife. I mean, I know you was married.
Nah, she died years ago. She died. It was sad.
Your wife is gone.
That's what I said.
What happened? I said, what happened?
I remember the day she passed away.
What happened?
I went to the hospital to go see her.
And what happened?
The doctors told me it was over.
The doctors, that's what they said.
That's what they said.
What happened?
I walked in the room.
And what happened?
She was crying.
She was crying.
It was sad.
Okay, so what happened?
I walked in the room.
And what she say?
She said, honey. She said, I'm dying. She said, I got something to tell you,
And what was you doing?
I was crying too because it was sad. I said, what is the sugar?
What'd she say? I said, what'd she say?
She said, honey. She said, I ain't been faithful to you. I said, I know that's why poison you're behind. I ain't lying.
All right, Mr. Goodwood. All right. Now let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Now that you're single, do you date?
I try to when I can.
What kind of woman do you like? I said, what kind of woman do you like?
Oh, I like a Southern girl.
You like a Southern girl?
That's what I said. Any Southern girls out here?
Mr. Goodwood, let me ask you something.
What's that?
Why do you like Southern women? I said, why do you like Southern women?
They talk slow.
Southern women talk slow? Wow, I didn't know that. They talk slow,
By the time they say no, I'm already done. Hey, Michelle, where's Michelle at? All right, honey. Did you send me that ticket earlier, honey? I wanted.
Miss Good, let me tell them. They sent Mr. Goodwood a ticket for a free drink.
That's right, but it wasn't cool though.
Why not? What was the drink for?
Some prune juice. Can you put a little vodka in that, honey? Oh, okay. I'll take it then, honey. I ain't lying. Woo-wee. I tell you what, Ken, it's so nice to be here, having a good time.
Mr. Goodwood, don't you ever think about you wish you was young again?
Say what?
I said, I mean, you're 102 years old. You never think about wishing you know, about the good old days, wishing you was young. You don't wish you was young. Why not? Too much going on. What do you mean? You know, like some things you just can't do anymore. Like what? Like, you know, now you can't eat chicken like you used to. Like you said, chicken. What do you mean? Because, you know, they had that bird flu outbreak. Bird flu. That's what I said. And now you can't eat the vegetables. You can't eat the vegetables. Why not? Because of the Ebola. Because of the Ebola, right? Okay. And now you can't go outside anymore because, you know, they got that Zika. That's what I heard. And, you know, now they got that new disease. What's that? Well, you can't get too close to nobody. Well, what's that called? Exactly. What's exactly? That's where their breath smells exactly like their armpits. Ooh, I tell you, I might need a drink, and I might need a drink. You might need a drink. Well, if you get a drink, Mr. Goodwood, how you gonna get home? Say what? I said, if you get a drink, how you gonna get home? Kevin Donovan, where he at? Is Kev here? Where he at? I need to see him right now. There he is. I heard you drive Uber. What you call it? Uber? I can get a ride home with you? All right, man. I'm drinking. Are you drinking too? I'll buy you one. Ooh-wee. All right, we're going to have us a good time. I was also told to make sure that y'all take care of the bartender. Take care of the bartender. What's the bartender's name? Nicole Little and Michelle Johnson. Ooh, that's right. They're doing their thing. And don't forget about DJ Twitch. All right, DJ Twitch. All right, now. He said he's gonna get you out on the dance floor, get you a little sweat going on. All right. Ooh, thank the staff. The food was great, even though I didn't get nothing to eat. We'll get you something on the way home, Mr. Goodwood. Don't worry about that. Woo-wee. And I remember when I was in Dover. And what happened in Dover? I see somebody else out there on the dance floor with me. Who's that? I think his name Mark Anderson. Woo, hey Mark. All right now. He was out there the whole time, boy. He was shaking it up. You ready tonight? All right now. Well, that's all right. That's all right. But you know what, Ken? The DJ knows one thing. What's that? Everything you go through, they wrote a song. You said everything you go through, somebody wrote a song about it. That's what I said. What do you mean? Like I'm saying, you know, I see this young lady sitting right there on the floor. Okay. And what does that mean? If I wanted to know her name, they wrote a song about that. They sure did. What song was that? I'm looking at her, and what would you say? I say, I want to know your name. Okay. So they made a song about that. And once you get to know her name, yeah, she looking good too. Okay. So let me just give you a situation. Say you got to know her name and you got to know her pretty well. Y'all's in a relationship. A relationship? Yeah, you was in a relationship. What would you say after that? Looking at her? What would you say after that? I say y'all just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. Okay. Right, they did write a song about everything. Now, let me ask you another question. What's that? Say you've been with her about 3 years. 3 years! You've been with her about 3 years. Did they write a song about that? Sure did. What song is that? I'm looking at her right now. What song did they write about that, being in a relationship about 3 years? B.B. King. What's that? The Thrill is gone! All right, Mr. Goodwood, I think it's time now. You got to go back there and get in that suitcase. So you got to tell everybody good night. I want to thank y'all for listening to me. We're going to walk around for a minute. DJ Twitch, you ready to turn it up? All right, now thank you very much. Thank you very much.